not sure how a door gets this dinged up. Maybe kids, somebody hitting golf balls at it. I don't know. This is like crazy. Gonna begin Bondo glazing putty on here. I'm gonna be doing a lot more nicks and dings, so I'm gonna put quite a bit more on. Ding right there, there's a ding right there. Here's multiple dings there. So I'm gonna open the door, so now I can get a cross lighting right here where I can see a lot better. There's a lot of dings right here. And this heat, Bondo is gonna dry really fast. In this light, I can see it really good. When I got the door closed like that, I can't see it very good at all. But you can start to see there's quite a few dings on this door. And I can make this door look way better with just a little bit of effort. A long ding right here. Watch this one right there. Skim that pretty heavy. Ding there, ding there, there. It dries really fast. I'll get myself some more. I don't like to wear sunglasses when I video, just so you can see my eyes when I'm talking to you, but I gotta wear sunglasses because it's so bright over here. I can't even see without them. I'm not sure how a door gets this dinged up. Maybe kids in the backyard throwing balls at it, somebody hitting golf balls at it. I don't know. This is like crazy. So that's what it looks like. There's some spits on here. Whoever sprayed didn't practice good technique starting and stopping off the door. Those will probably sand out. So we'll let that dry. The Bondo glazing putty dries really, really fast. It starts to get this kind of light red, pinkish color when it's dry. What you don't want to do is sand it too soon, because if you sand it too soon on like heavy dings, it'll load up your abrasive and ruin your abrasive. So I'm gonna let that set. We're gonna go off and then we'll come back and sand it. You'll be able to tell if you need to do a second coat of Bondo. Wherever there's dark spots, you can see where it sands it. You can see where it's lightened it up, and there's spots that just shrank a little bit too much because the divots were pretty big. So we're gonna have to just skim one more coat of Bondo. Over here, we'll sand it one more time. When you got big divots, Bondo does shrink, quite a bit. That's one of the drawbacks to it, but it's the only way to completely eliminate a divot. Make sure it's all masked off, got the sides masked off, got the whole masked off on the other side so I don't get overspray inside. We're good to go. It looks better than I thought it was gonna look. So that looks pretty impressive. So I ended up picking up new hinges for it. So the hinges will look nice. Weather strips were black weather strips. It's white trim, white door. We'll install white weather strips and it's gonna look fresh, clean and new. It would probably cost about $1,200 to get a new door jamb. So this is a good fix to make this thing look really good, and it's not going to be cost nearly $1,200. I always like using a flexible knife. So this is a 2-edge, 2-inch flex knife right here. I don't like stiff knives. I like flexible knives. The sanders right here, I talked about it. So my Ekasand 3x4 sander with Film Tech. This will sand all your nicks and dings flat. I sanded it with Film Tech 320 on the flats. Then I used my Ekasand fine sponge on the contoured edges. You can't use spackle. Spackle's too soft. A little ding like that, it'll just sand the spackle right out. It'll still be there. Spackle's too brittle on a door like this too. I typically just have a plastic putty knife right here. The Bondo doesn't stick to it. It'll actually just break off.